Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do another canning video, and today we're going to do blueberry jam. Now I just wanted to get blueberry jam off my canning to-do list. My blueberry bushes outside are still very young, so their harvests aren't very big, and U-pick season around us is usually during a very busy time of the year. So I used store-bought frozen berries and it turned out so good. So let me show you how I did it. I will make sure my blog post is listed down below for exact measurements, but today you're going to need your frozen berries, lemons, sugar, pectin, and a nice Dutch oven or nice stock pot to boil in. The first step is to measure out 4 pounds of your frozen berries, put them in your Dutch oven or stock pot, put the stove on medium-high heat, and let the berries thaw out. Once they're thawed, they're going to look like this. Then it's time to mash them up. You can use an immersion blender or a potato masher to do this. An immersion blender gives you a much smoother jam, while a potato masher is going to give you a much chunkier jam. What you use is up to you and how you prefer to eat your jam. Once you're done with this, it is time to add your sugar and the zest and juice of your lemons. I like to use pure cane sugar. You're going to need 3 cups of sugar for this recipe. You, of course, can use less or more. I would definitely taste test along the way if you're going to use another measurement. You can use store-bought lemon juice if you wish, if you don't have fresh lemons on hand. I prefer fresh lemons. With the zest and just the mildness of the juice, it tastes so good, and I have no problems with it preserving using fresh lemons. For the lemon juice, just make sure you strain any pulp or seeds out before putting it in. Go ahead and stir this around, making sure all that sugar dissolves. And before we get any farther, now is the time to taste test. Now it's time to add your pectin. I always buy my pectin in this bulk 1.5 pound bag. 1/3 cup always does the trick. So you're going to add a 1/3 cup of powdered pectin. Stir that in very well and bring this up to a rolling boil. Plus, if you haven't already, it is time to get your canner on the stove and your jars soaking in some hot water. You're going to let this sit at a rolling boil for about 15 minutes. You want some of that water to evaporate off and thicken up a little, and make sure you stir frequently so nothing sticks or burns to the pan. Towards the end, it's time to do either a plate test or a frozen spoon test. I prefer the plate test. All you have to do is put your jam on a plate, let it cool completely, and then lift up the plate to see how fast it rolls off the plate. The goal is to make it very slow moving. Once it's all done, take your jam off the heat, put it off to the side because it's time to start filling your jars up. Take your jars out of your sink, let them drip dry just a little bit, and start filling your jars up. You want to leave 1/4 of an inch headspace in each jar. Once they're filled, it's time to wipe the rims and put the lids on finger tight. After this, carefully load your canner up, making sure your water line is 1 inch above the jars. It is a water bath canning, so make sure your pressure canning gadgets are off your lid. Once you hear the rolling boil, it is time to set your timer. Jelly jars need 10 minutes. If you are using pint jars, you're gonna have to go to 15 minutes. Once the 10 minutes is up, go ahead and slide your canner over off the heat. Let it cool down with the lid on for 5 minutes. After that 5 minutes, you can carefully lift your lid off, letting the steam roll away from you, and unload your canner. Go ahead and place your jars on a dry tea towel. Allow them to sit overnight before you check their seals. The first 30 minutes, you really should hear all the tings or pings of all the lids. Now I had a half of jelly jar left as extra. I'm going to put this in the fridge, but it actually worked out because I can show you how well it's set without opening up one of the jars I just processed. As you can tell, that pectin really helped guarantee that set. This is a delicious recipe. The fresh lemons just make those blueberry flavors pop. I will make sure my blog link is listed down below. I hope this helps, and I will see you in the next video.